So I'll just download it and cut out some things.
Welcome to Afternoon Vibes. Welcome. It's good to have you around today.
Yeah.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, TGIF.
Yes. How are you? How is your week going?
Sure.
So, you're welcome to Afternoon Vibes. My name, as you know it, and in case you're new here, my name is Akinwale Deborah, and my partner here is
Shayo John Adebayo.
I know you are surprised that we are three today, or rather that we have three chairs today. There's God the Father with us, but this one is not for God the Father. There's someone that's going to join us. Yeah. But we want to let you know that there's a topic that we're talking about, and the topic is how far is too far in a relationship.
Say it again, please.
How far is too far in a relationship?
Yeah.
I don't know if that is bringing a controversy in your mind. We're coming back to talk about it. Please, we would like you to continue with us or to comment on whatever it is we're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Wait.
Certainly. Welcome back. Wonderful people, if you're just joining us, it's Afternoon Vibes, and today's episode promises to be super exciting, you know, for many reasons actually. Number one, thank God it's Friday. Then number two, we have a wonderful guest.
This one I don't know. I don't get
I don't understand.
Do you have it? It seems you're used to having a dog as a pet.
Third reason is that the topic today is a very interesting one. It's a topic that interests many people, most especially the youths. How too far? What are the boundaries in a relationship? But before then, let us introduce this
Black
man.
and Shine
In
man.
fact, from his countenance, you can already get his name. His name is Black and Shine. Let's welcome him officially to the show.
Okay.
That's how we roll. Okay.
They don't understand. Can you explain what is this?
Yes, you say how far is too far. It's not far, very close. You get it. If you don't get it,
Forget about it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but in case if you are meeting me for the very first time, my name is Ibukunlu Wanemonela Life Ilala. But that name I make me feel jam that year.
It's a Bible verse.
Yes. But I don't need to watch I will call here for what we call for. Yes, they say how far is too far, not too far. You see, not too far. We did near you for yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, Black and Shine is
It's
a
good to
gospel
have you
comedian.
here.
He's an MC. Though you no pay us for this advert, but maybe we shall help him. But notice we'll go do and again another deal. So he's really doing great at what he does. He's one of the few comedians who still keep to because we have some gospel comedians now, while they come on the altar and begin to say vulgar jokes. That's not him. Weddings for your if they invite you to send tithes to me.
Your dance will not be tight for you. What is it to God?
All right. Okay, so today let's go right into our topic today. So how far is too far? Of course, this is a topic that comes you know, in fact, it just keeps coming, you know, like everybody wants to know, what are the boundaries, what are the limits. You know, this is a Christian relationship. We know in the world there's no limit. Anything that, you know, comes to mind, whatever seems good, everything goes. But we are children of God, who belong to the kingdom, so we have rules, we have, you know, guidelines that guide all that we do. So, and we are not looking at, okay, what are the limits, what are the boundaries in a relationship? As a matter of fact, I think we should start it from there, because that is what is already, you know, causing pandemonium on social media space now. That can, okay, let me ask Black and Shine, is kissing allowed in a Christian relationship?
I beg, make I adjust my chair.
Is kissing allowed?
Well, if you ask me, now what do I ask? Yes, for me. So now from club, would they enter dance? Yeah. So if you feel for your own, if you feel say kissing, excuse me, if you feel kissing is the main cocoa for you, my brother, do, and your heart will not do, you will not press further. You know the further what I mean, Abi. You further maths. Nah, so
it's like this. I'm eating today. All right, so Debbie,
I think we should do some comments that we've gotten already.
Okay.
And please, we'd like to hear whatever you think of this topic too.
All right.
So starting from here, you can still kiss and body no go move. It all depends on the purpose and motive. It is not a thing of maturity.
You can still kiss and body no go move.
Body no go move.
Really?
Another person said, it is not a thing of self-control. It is a thing of wisdom. The place of applied knowledge that is fueled by self-denial and sacrifice. Why are we making plenty English? He said, it's a question of yes and no. Okay, and I know
maturity. You said that English. So your kiss with maturity.
But to say interesting topic. Then is, why must I kiss in a relationship? Take a pause and think. In Bible they write Selah. Is it to show affection or for pleasure? Is it culture or upbringing? Take note. Action and reaction is equal and opposite. That I think it's in physics that they gave us that. For me, the purpose is what defines whether it is wrong or right. Our God is a God of knowledge in whom actions are weighed. And in what way is action weighed? By your motive. Like somebody was saying behind the scene, why do you do what you do? Why do you... Okay, I think we should start from that why. Even when you hug someone, let's bring it down to the barest minimum. When you hug someone, I've heard of a guy that hugs because he wants to collect current from a lady. You understand the current I'm saying?
Yes, if you work with NEPA, you understand the current.
Go hug transformer. So I've heard a guy say that, and normally you will say hugging is harmless. But for that kind of person, it is not harmless. You get why. So that starts with, why are you doing whatever you're doing? I think that will let us know if you should even do it in the first place or not. For everybody to be hugging does not mean you should hug, even though hugging is harmless. Hugging is not sinful. So it's your why. You are in a relationship. Is it that it makes you guys closer to one another or to each other? Is it that it makes you feel like this is different from my normal friend, is the person I'm dating? Or there's something that you want, but you don't want to collect that thing, but you want the tip of the iceberg. So let's do kissing instead of the other. And they don't even get there. So there are many things that can be motive. Why do you do that? In my opinion, my point is, firstly, why do you do what you do? Then we'll still get to the other points. But first thing, why? I'll ask you, and I want you to on the comments.
Okay, I like that perspective, Deborah, actually. You know, I'm coming from this angle now. You know, first, in this context, we are God's children, right? You know, because sometimes when, you know, people discuss topics like this, say, let's put Bible aside or let's put God aside. I don't know, you know. We are God's children, and the reason why we're even discussing this topic in the first place is because we are children of God, and we know we have rules, you know, that guide our living. So now let's look at it from that point of view. Like you said, I'm actually taking it from what you said. Like, okay, I'm in a relationship. We all know that when you're in a relationship with someone you truly love, you know, like they used to say, the body is not firewood, I mean,
Right.
black and shine. You know, yes, there's, yeah, exactly. At different times, you know, there will be gaseous feeling.
Okay.
There will be some giz, you understand? Like, even if you don't do anything, like, even if you're far apart from each other, there's this, you understand, you know, body chemistry, some, you know, cockroach running through the body.
Cockroach.
You know, so now, and that feeling might want to propel you to at least, you know, at least express it in some way. Sometimes through words. You know, words too can be so powerful, you understand?
Yes.
Like, words can be...
You know, so somebody can even go out of bounds with words. We just use
True.
kissing as something that looks like the major. You might not kiss with your words past kissing.
True. Like,
You understand?
very true.
Experience. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you can go too far in just words. You might not even see yourself. It might be on phone. And you know, there's something called sexting. You can do it without...
Wait, sexting.
Yes.
Sorry.
What does that mean?
Oh my God.
Because we are neutral.
Exactly.
No, so what am I?
No, we are both neutral, but let's
I'm
neutralize the
serious.
sexting.
What is the sexting?
Yes, it's more like you are...
Okay, like texting.
Yes, it's like having sex with words. The person can be aroused and the person can be aroused and go the process just in his mind.
Oh.
Yes, and the person will feel everything that needs to feel
So that
through
means
sex.
you're actually looking at me, and in my mind,
You know, it's even more than you looking.
God.
It's more than the looking.
I mean, you are
Imaginative.
Yes, like they're having sex imaginatively, something like
Wow.
that. Both of them are intentional about it. They are going to go through the experience of having sex without seeing themselves at all. So it is. So it is a lot of things than just saying kissing. That's the reason I'm saying it's not. Many things now are not pen number written in the Bible. So if we start an argument of what did the Bible say, some will come out and say the Bible did not say this or did not say that.
Oh, okay, let me comment through this. I feel this kissing of a thing in a relationship, well, it's all about discipline. Now, when I say discipline, I'm going to back it up with a story. Something happened in a church one certain time. There is a guy, he was in church, seated. And you know, they said, let everyone stand. And everyone was standing. Lo and behold, there is a lady right in front of him.
The guy.
And so the lady was standing. And you know, sometimes when you sit, when you want to stand, your cloth have to like go in.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes. Okay.
So the guy was like, come. Why will this lady stand and the cloth will go in? So he now said, okay, let me help her to remove the cloth. So immediately he helped her in removing the cloth. The lady was like, what do you mean? A lot of slap. Beating. Then I saw him. I said, what happened? Because the eyes was swollen.
This is real life, you're saying?
Yes. And he was like, this is what I did. I said, sir, it's wrong. He said, okay, no problem. Then after like 2 weeks, we met in church again. I now realized that the eyes is heavier than, you know. And I said, what happened again? He said, thank you. I was in church. I was sitting, and the lady was sitting right in front of me. Again. I said, so what happened? The pastor asked us to stand up. We stood up. The same thing happened. The cloth entered. So another brother now helped the lady to remove it. And I said, the lady don't like us removing it, and I put it back. That was a lot of fun.
Morning. It might not be written pen on paper. It will be said as the 11th commandment. It might not be written. What is that thing that you yourself know? Be true to yourself. You don't have to. In an argument, you might not be true to yourself. in an argument because you want to have a stand, no matter what you able to talk with God in the morning. I'm not able to pray to God when I want to pray. So be true to
David, it's about
yeah.
it's not physical motive, like we said.
Yeah.
The thing is, this Debbie, normally, all right. Even my conscience is already, ticking, like giving me a caution. You understand? Definitely, I should not do it. I should not do, because the Bible says we are dead with Christ. So we're expected to be dead to self, dead to the flesh. So if we now say, I can't control it, then it means we are not yet totally dead to the flesh, or we have thrown caution.
Self-control.
Exactly, that's where self-control comes in. So I would not really, personally, I would not say right, wrong, good, bad. You understand? I'll bring it back to what's your stand with God?
Right.
What's your relationship with God like? Because sometimes it might not just, I was before we came live, you understand that sometimes, okay, let me not say this because I
Say
okay, sometimes our relationship, and sometimes that we don't even, hold hands. You understand? We don't even hold hands at some point. I'm not saying we don't hold hands, but I said there are some certain times that that time we don't even hold hands. Why? Because I know that maybe I'm not in a state of mind or a good emotional state to actually do that, and we just avoid that. Now, holding hands in itself is not wrong, and there's other days we hold hands all through the day. You understand? So because I'm more conscious about my
when you say all through the day, blank.
yeah, no, like not all through the day. Like that. So I'm not conscious about. I'm not conscious about my. I'm not conscious about my stand with God. I don't want anything to hinder my flow, my relationship with God. I don't want to. So if it is even looking, even if whatever I would do that would affect that flow, that connection with God, I don't want to do it.
Instead of look to lost, you can go into the book of Luke and keep looking.
Well, read your Bible.
You understand? So that's just my angle. So it's not about, is it right? Or because if I say it's right, people say, hey, if I say it's wrong. So it's not about that. So what's your stand with God? Are you a child of God? So do you have the Spirit of God? So when you want to do what you are doing, when you are saying, there's some times when I'm in a relationship to the glory of God. Now there are some
He
times
said
that,
it.
You. Well done, sir.
now there are some times that I want to say some words, or me and my fiancé, we are actually chatting, and there's some words that I want to use, and I'll just feel in my spirit like, don't use that. Can you see that?
Not because the words are wrong.
Not because it was wrong, but it could be a trigger for her. It could just maybe I want to compliment or something, and I just change the adjective. Can you see now? So it's not about now. This is something that just nobody knows. I could say whatever,
Yes.
but I'm more conscious about my relationship with God. I don't want anything to hinder the flow. So if we truly are children of God and we are more concerned about pleasing Him and honoring Him with our body, with our spirit, with our mind, then it will guide everything we do. Some of these things will not even be a topic for discussion.
I'll still want to go with some comment.
Please, fire.
But if it's for pleasure, okay, the person was saying that,
Okay.
what are your reasons for doing it? So the person says, if it's for pleasure, this one na fire. Oh. And if you no get fire extinguisher, it might lead to abuse or rape when the other party is not responding, when you are the first to get to the level, to the next level.
Next level.
From kissing to stroking of the hair to rubbing the neck to grabbing the
Don't mention it.
and the cloth is obstructing.
Better grab your Bible.
And the clothes is obstructing the flow.
Jesus.
Suddenly she removes her clothes so you can do it better. And at this point, you are no more kissing. Deep collects onto deep. You know the rest. I beg complete up.
Okay, all right. We need to go on a musical break now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're enjoying the conversation.
You
know,
just
so,
need to enjoy it. You have no choice.
so let the comments keep coming. Let's know what you think. You understand? How far is too far? Majorly, we're talking about, we're just using kissing as a basis for the
yeah.
discussion. You understand? So it's general. How far is too far? So let's know what you think too. But meanwhile, enjoy this music. We'll be right back after the break.
Oh, I was leaving reckless, but then you came in and you rewrote my story. I don't wanna go there, I don't wanna go there, I don't wanna go there, I don't wanna go there. So I beg you, save me, take my will and make it break me. Cause me, I want to be a vessel, no galivanting. The way you slow me down. Anytime I hit the road now, wait, no, please, you got me on your mind now, mind now, mind now. I'm always on your mind now, mind now, mind now. You get me for your mind now, mind now, mind now. I always stay your mind now, mind now, mind now. You they keep me close, oh, I stay on my know, you hold me tight, oh. Daddy, I don't know about those, oh. In this your love, oh, I feel to drown, oh. I know they're gonna try to tease us. All the lights, then they try and ties us. Many people done they try to trap us, but I recognize the devil when he tried to leave us. Oh, nah, 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 to God I surrender. He calls me my child, I call him my daddy, oh my daddy. So I beg you, save me, take my will and make you break me. Me, I want to, your vessel, galivanting. And I like the way you slow me down now. Anytime I hit the road now, wait, no, please, you, because you got me on your mind now, mind now, mind now. I'm always on your mind now, mind now, mind now. You get me for your mind now, mind now, mind now. I always stay your mind now, mind now, mind now. You got me on your mind.
Welcome back. Welcome back. So yes, I come with my comments again. Someone said kissing is like setting the mood for sex. That is why it's called foreplay. Before you play, you give the devil an arm. It takes the whole body. Now so kissing be.
That's why I say now from clapping with the entire dance. Handshake with us elbow. You know the understand.
So another one says, I vehemently say that as Christians, kissing in a relationship is not okay. Below are my reasons. Number one, kiss will definitely lead to something else. The guy and the lady to be kissing forever. They will get bored and we want to explore. Number two says, most of the couples who end up having sex before marriage, although unintentionally, started with just an innocent kiss. Someone said it is very wrong to kiss when you are not married because it might lead to another thing entirely. It is better to stay clear completely until the needful has been done. This is my own small picking opinion. No.
Okay, this person okay.
So there was something that he said before we came to the show that that escaped my mind. Continue.
Okay, another comment here says, I'm speaking as a child of God by His grace.
Nobody be child of devil here. We'll be child of God. So speak up.
He says, we all are, but most at times our emotions get the best of us when we feel we are with the right one. Okay, we are with our spouse. Many indulge in kissing and all the likes, but some may place restrictions on no sex, while some still go through all the show till the end.
Yeah.
I say this because many of you will be shocked. Many who, though they are married today, but get romantically involved with their spouses before they eventually settle down, even as spirit-filled Christians. So if it's wrong or not, only God is wise. Okay, this person has some typographical error. For example, a man of God said this himself, not until he got married anyways, that he actually touched his wife before marriage. And this is a person who speaks abstinence from sex before marriage. He said he quickly planned his marriage to save him from further indulgence. Wow. Okay, this man of God actually touched the lady before marriage. And this was the same person that preaches abstinence. So he said when that happened, they had to make the marriage plan sharp.
It's to let us know that our body is normally is not wood. So it's not like we are saying it on the note that you will not feel anything or you should not feel anything. You will actually feel, but it's how you give yourself boundaries. Now some people say we are kissing but we don't want to have sex. But you cannot kiss with your hand backwards. You are going to touch body, and well, the body is not yours yet. It is when you get married that you say this body is yours. That's when this body is our body. But now it's still my body and it is yours. So it is more like infringing in privacy if you are to be touching every corners of some of the other person's body.
So it says to every action they say there are consequences. So are you ready for the outcome of your actions?
If you want to write exam, be sure that you want to collect results.
Or are you going to be covering one action with another? Okay, I refer to them as, okay, let me just paraphrase. What this person is saying is that one thing, when you start, indulging in that, it leads to another.
What you did not plan.
Exactly.
In case you did not plan.
Exactly.
Can I read one?
All right, yes.
The second to the last. Says, kiss is symbol of affection, greetings, respect, and honor. Follow me. The truth is, some culture uses kissing as a way of respect and greetings. It is clearly used in the Bible. Some part of England some part of England still use it till today. But the question is kissing okay in relationship? Please note that relationship is love affair between two opposite sex. And medically, there are tools or acts called foreplay before sex. It's called that because it is capable to make you aroused. And we all know that to be aroused is like turning on fire. Thinking you are mature to handle it is like making Mr. Flesh to build callous or defensive, or you are defensive when the spirit of truth comes to judge your heart. My conclusion is that kissing is sin between two intended couple to be and between two opposite sex. Kissing in relationship is a sin. No, don't wake up that passion until marriage.
Thank you. Brilliant submission. Brilliant one.
All right, okay, I think it continues. Say, my conclusion is that kissing is seen between two
Okay.
intended couple to be and between two opposite sex. So don't wake up that passion until the time comes. Okay.
Even the England or the white people that produce the English textbook for us don't put kissing as part of greetings. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have not seen it. Another truth is that those who do it know it's not good in relationship. They know, culturally or spiritually. People who always do it did it in the dark. Why don't they actually do it outside? Well, after you get married, you see husband and wife, maybe they are doing couples
Program or something.
they can call the husband and kiss in public.
Yes.
But why can't you call your babe? Maybe you want to sing praise and worship as the choir minister. I said, I want to call my babe, please, I'm coming. And you now kiss the person in public. So whatever it is that you have to do in the dark, watch it.
Yes.
And you know when you start kissing your lover in the closed room, all in the name of goodbye or welcome, you know where it will end. Good, rather God will help us. So that's what the person said.
All right. So don't forget the topic is still how far is too far.
Very close.
So, and I think that is in itself relative also because, you know, what is far for A might not be far for B. You understand? There are some people that hugging their spouse might not do anything to them. You understand? Why there are some other people, they dare not try it.
They're aroused already, like on the get-go.
You understand? They dare not try it. So I think if we are going to have an angle, take a position on this topic, you know, what we said earlier, you know, it boils down to your personal work with God, your personal relationship with God. Like I was having the same conversation with somebody a couple of weeks ago. The person said, Christian brother, he said that he would kiss his spouse. He's not in a relationship yet. He said he's about to. He said he would kiss her, they would kiss, but they will not, you know, engage in sex. So I was trying to, you know his reasons, or I was trying to talk him out and, you know, show him something. He said no. He said that's my level, that's my strength. That's, you know, God will just accept.
Oh,
you
you
know?
have strength in kissing.
You know, so that's it. He said, but he will make sure that it does not lead to. But you know, how can you be so sure that it will not lead to?
You will make sure.
And as a matter of fact, you know, sometimes I think there was a time somebody said this, and I was trying to live my life that way. That okay, if truly you're watching us right now, and you believe no, kissing is not bad, you know. After all, some people say after all I've done introduction. You understand? Now, can Jesus Christ be seated, and you guys be kissing? And you know, don't forget when you kiss, your hands will not just be up or at the back. You understand? Hands too.
Or while you are doing it, then you get a knock on your door.
Can you continue?
How are you going to do like that? Let's adjust. Why are you adjusting? Maybe there's nothing wrong.
You know, in your mind, like I said, you use your church mind. You understand? So there's a part of you that, except if you are not a child of God, truly, there's a part of you that tells you that this thing is not really, you know, is not right. So why are we even trying to? And then I think the reason why sometimes we are always, you know, in this position of like want to kiss, want to do this, want to do that. I guess many times we set ourselves up. You know, we don't really put boundaries in place. We don't really put measures in place. So we just,
because they don't want to look too spiritual.
So we just let the relationship just run like that. So and the devil not stupid though. Is watching, you understand? Is watching, you know, you guys are vulnerable moments, and then he just
If you
strikes.
want to kiss, go and marry. Go and marry.
Where are you waiting?
Go and marry. In fact, call me man, call the woman.
Okay, so we have someone already. Just the venue we need. We have someone to come and anchor your event. So just get it done.
Exactly. So, but if we remember that when we get married, we'll be together for years. 50 years, 60 years, if Jesus does not come.
It tires some people.
In fact, we've heard married people, they say, you do this time, you get tired.
So why you in a hurry?
Sometimes, recently our pastor was telling us, one of our pastors, he said there are some days that his wife would call him that, oh yeah, I'm tired. And there are some days that he wants to that, you know, the wife too will be, you know, so there's time, you know, where you have access to do all of these things. So let's just, you know, channel our energy to something else. So in that relationship, you know, what are you guys discussing? What do you talk about in that relationship? What do you spend your time, you know, talking about? So try to, okay, what goal, you know, have you guys set? Maybe, okay, what Have you understood each other's purpose? You know, what are you really doing with your time? So I believe that time of courtship and, you know, relationship is a time to really engage yourself in other things. Engage yourself in things that will not really, you know, leave room for you to start thinking of how you can, you know, get down, you know. So engage yourself with things. Okay, for instance, our own purpose, she's planning to do this. Okay, how can you support her in achieving that? You know, following up on each other. Okay, you said you were going to do this. Where are you now? You know, how can I come in? So just keep being busy like that. And then in church, you know, kingdom service, just...
And then at worst, take yourself out. Like
Exactly.
out.
Exactly.
Don't take yourself in.
Exactly. Yes, yes.
You get.
Yes, so because sometimes we need to actually show affection, show
Yes.
love, but it's better done outside.
Don't be a boring Christian relationship
Exactly.
person.
Out.
But
Exactly,
going in does not make you not
Yeah, don't
boring.
go in, out.
exactly.
Going out is where you. And then, sorry, I'd like to mention that some now say, okay, because. Okay, I hope the adults, okay, because it's not only adults that will be listening. So
Yeah.
some say, so far we are not doing the main thing, then we are fine. They can do dry humping, they can do every other thing, but so far we are not doing. My brother and my
Jesus
sister,
Lord.
you are arousing the flesh. And that it is
We're
not.
the devil.
I can imagine tempting the devil. You are arousing the flesh, and that is the major thing. That is the important thing. That is even the reason the kissing thing is an issue, because you are arousing the flesh. It is more like you are giving pleasure to the flesh instead of pleasuring the spirit. So focus on how you grow, how you guys can even have fun without. I think in a way, it's good you guys know how to be friends without the
Crossing
emotions
the line,
inside.
yes.
Because even when you get married, sometimes the emotions will not be there.
Yes.
How do you keep yourself going?
Love the
Is it that when the emotion is not there, you now feel like he does not love me anymore? But if the friendship can actually be solidified while you are in a relationship, the friendship continues. That even when the emotion is not doing gilly like it is meant to do, the friendship is solid. And there's a way your friendship will just make the marriage be so sweet that emotions come and they go, but the friendship will last.
I sense somebody might be asking, okay, how do we handle when we feel,
Right.
you know, giz.
I think you've answered some of it, but still continue answering.
No, I'm not sure we've talked about
No,
like,
I-
how do we handle
No,
it?
what I mean by
like someone
by
will
that
say I
was,
used to just troll her. Some people will say I used to beat.
yeah, I've heard some people say different things. Anyways, don't go and bait. Don't.
You know, sometimes, how do you handle it? I don't know, but in my
Read
own
your
case,
Bible.
Sometimes stand up and go out. No, the truth is, if you think that you want to read your Bible, your mind might not be in that Bible you're reading. It will be in your mind, in what you are thinking, to be honest. And it might make you want to go further. You never know when you drop the Bible. But it depends on the particular time. You know that this will not have me to read my Bible. Go out. You can do a prayer walk, sing. Both of you should take yourselves
Win
out
souls.
to a place where you can win
like I
souls.
said, so they win souls.
You can take yourselves
And the
out.
devil will help you. All the people will be saying, fine, beautiful ladies.
You are still winning, so.
Don't let the devil use you. So you can take yourself to restaurants where people are there, you guys are gisting, you're talking, and let your conversation be salted with grace. It should not be the conversation that you will now get home, be ruminating on the conversation, and you can get aroused even with the conversation you're thinking about. So it's about what you're talking about. It's a lot of things. It doesn't just boil down to kissing. It boils down to everything that can pleasure the flesh.
If you cannot hold it, marry.
The conclusion of the matter. Even Paul said so.
I wanted to say something. I think I remember now. So another thing for those who are in relationship now, Christian relationship now, just like Debbie said, try to build friendship relationship, but you should also be able to talk about some of these things.
Yeah.
For instance, probably you as the guy now, you notice that anytime you both hug, you don't get yourself for the next 2-3 hours, now, and you keep quiet, you keep it to yourself, and your spouse, the innocent lady, she's not aware. She's just been, oh, hi, this and that, and then she hugs you. But the hugging is doing something.
In your mind, you're still hugging. Even after you have stopped hugging.
So, you should, that's why we say you should be friends. You should be able to talk to her, dear, whatever you call yourself. This is how I feel anytime we hug. Can we please for now stay away from hugging? And then she understands that, okay. But if you keep quiet, there's a day she'll come and visit you, or you go and visit her, she hugs, and you will not leave the hugging again.
And she'll be wondering, how did we get here? It's a lot of things. I'm getting to forget. Oh God, why am I forgetting? Continue. I remember now. I remember.
Okay.
That's what it
So because we need to begin to round off now. So our stand on this is it ultimately boils down to your relationship with God. How much are you willing to please God? How much are you willing to sacrifice, to live and present yourself as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable? So, of course, God knows whatever we are feeling, the hormones, God puts it there.
Yeah.
So, and if you can sacrifice it, I believe there's even a reward for it. I mean, there's a reward, of course, compared to those who have, engaged in this, they've done all kinds.
You did your phone.
Of course, they still got married, and those who kept themselves, there's always a reward for everything. So, because heaven knows, even God knows that it's not easy,
Sorry. Some people will argue. Maybe some people had sex and they still got married and their marriage is fine. It's not about what happens on this earth. It's about your relationship with God.
With God.
It's about how it affects your relationship with God. Your marriage might still be fine if you say it is. And some might not even do anything and their marriage was not fine. It's not about what happens after your marriage. It's about your daily life with your relationship with God. Either in your relationship in your normal life or in anything. How does what you do affect your relationship with God? It's not about if your marriage will be good or it will affect your marriage or you might not get married. Or it's not about that.
Yes.
How does it affect you and God?
And when you're saying something dies in you, you understand, you lose something. As at that time you did it, you might have just lost a virtue. You might have lost something. It might take time. Physically, it might look like everything is going on fine, but you might have lost. So you can't play into the hands of the devil and then expect the devil to just never.
Jackpot.
Because, and we need to also understand that's a deeper dimension. Sexual intimacy or relationship between a man and a woman is something so deep and spiritual. So, it's like a foreshadowing, a picture of Christ's relationship and the church. Christ and the church. You understand? Christ being the bridegroom and then the church being the bride. So that's where that mystery came from, husband and wife. So not for boyfriend and girlfriend, not like we've done introduction, we can now, you understand? It's a big sin, horrible thing that God does not want to behold. So as God's children, let us trust God for grace to, stay holy, to stay chaste. It's possible. We've had people who, dated for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, and God still helped them. They did not still cross the line till they got married. We have people who have such testimony. So it's possible because there's a lie that is not easy lie. It's actually possible.
I would like to state that don't date for let's see how it goes. I just felt I should say that. Some just feel like, I'm not ready for marriage now, but I want to date. Why? That's even when all these things will come in because you want to do something extra than being a friend. You want to do something extra than being a very close friend. Like I have a best friend, but not with boyfriend. Why? What is that extra thing you want to be doing with that boyfriend and you're not doing with your best friend? So that's where the let's date to see how it goes. Or I'm not ready for a relationship. I just want to have a companion, somebody to talk to, Jesus. Somebody to. Please, be ready that you are. Be sure that you are ready before you're ready to go into any relationship.
And in let your moderation be known unto all men. We know top pass like this, so I live on that. That's where you be. See you at the top.
Thank you so much, Black and Shine. All right, so we need to wrap off here now. I'm sure you've been able to, gain or you've gained one or two things from what we have discussed. So, of course, we know many of us will still have many more things to say. So let's keep it going. You can send your comments or contributions to us. Just drop it in the comment section. And you can send it to the WhatsApp number displayed on the screen. The conversation can continue even if the show ends here. But ultimately, let us, present our body as a living sacrifice. Even in your thoughts, even in your words, in your actions, in everything you do. Even if you are not in a relationship, The Bible says that when you have looked at a lady lustfully, you have committed. So, the heart now belongs to God. Our spirit, is where God lives. So we should, keep the place clean, holy. You understand? You will still get married and you will still do everything, do as you like. So let's wait till that time. Let's just keep it, like I said, get yourself busy. You understand? You guys should give yourself goals. You understand? I mean, those who are in relationship now, give yourself goals. Okay, what do you want to achieve in the next 5-6 months? What do I want to achieve? And then you get at it, you begin to compliment each other. So there will be little or no time for you understand, thinking, okay, let's, you know, it's when there's nothing else to talk about. That's why, okay, look as Debbie is looking at me. That's when I'll be looking at each other like, okay, what else? So why are you looking at me? You say, why are they looking at me? From there.
Be real with God, be real with yourself, be real with your partner. Because sometimes when you're real with, not even sometimes, when you're real with God, like, okay, maybe you and your partner was meant to meet, or were meant to meet and pray in your room.
Hey,
wait first. You might have been doing it and there was no issue. But today, you know what your body is telling you. And you now talk to God that, nah, so they do me. And he says, don't pray. I mean, don't go. And I feel like I said, it's prayer I want to pray. It's not prayer you want to pray. So far as the Holy Spirit that you want to pray to, or God that you want to pray to says don't go, then don't go. Even if you don't even feel like something was going to happen. We don't know, maybe at that point she is having, or he is having that kind of feeling. If Holy Spirit says don't, postpone the meeting. It's him you want to pray to and he says don't. Why are you more religious than God? The God that says pray, it says now, don't pray. Then give yourself some break. If you're meant to meet and he says don't meet, man, don't meet. You don't know what the devil might want to try to fabricate, and you just played into it. And God that knows that he can send the devil out. He's saying don't even go there. He knows what he's saying. So be true to God, be true to yourself, be true to your partner.
So on a final note, and for those who might have, you know, made a mistake, you have, you know, done one or two things, you have explored a little, you know, God is, like someone said, God is not mad at you, he's mad in love with you. You know, God just wants us to, you know, repent, turn a new leaf, and get serious with our relationship with him. You understand? So don't condemn yourself. Just realize that, okay, this is wrong, and then you know, ask for forgiveness, and then you turn a new leaf. And of course, once God is not concerned about your past, it's about the present. You know, so stop condemning yourself or judging yourself. Just, okay, now that you have known the truth, then make up your mind, to turn a new leaf, and God will accept you. So, Black and Shine, any final word?
Yes, I've dropped my final word.
He did.
Like I said, let your moderation be known to all men, and do not forget to win it. So instead of
well, both of you take yourself out and win it. So
and then, like Black and Shine has said that, you know, instead of you, you know, being tempted to go and marry, marry, and call him to come and do MC. He doesn't charge you.
In case you don't know how to get him,
yes, now free of charge.
You will use our phone. You use our phone number. In case you don't know how to get him, use our phone number. We'll call him for you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for being with us on the show today. It's been a wonderful time. It's been a wonderful conversation. How far is too far? All right.
It's saying bye too.
So we love you. Keep watching RTM. My name is Shayo John Adebayo.
I'm Black and Shine. Catch it.
My name is Akinwale Deborah.
We love you. Bye.
See you next week.